I seriously need to go on a book buying ban. I need to impose it and I need to stick to it because it is getting bad. It is getting so bad. Couple videos ago, I literally was talking about how I have a problem and I can't stop buying books, getting books. And so I showed you guys like 13 books that I recently added to my physical TBR. And then what do I do? Like literally a week after that, I go to a book sale. That's what I do. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, my name is Anvita. I love to read books and I love to talk about books and I love to buy books. Clearly, since this is another video where I go to a book fair or a book sale or the bookstore and then end up buying way too many books. So, the big bad Wolf book sale happens every year, I think, in Dubai. And so I obviously had to see what their collection's like, had to see what the pricing is like, and like how much of a sale it is. And it was actually really good. I ended up getting so many books because there were so many books that I wanted, and they were for such a low price that I was like, I have to do it. And so I didn't have time to record before I went to the book sale, but I ended up vlogging the book sale experience itself. So I'll show you guys that now, and then I will show you all the books that I got. I think it's definitely over 10 books. I haven't counted how many books I have in total that I haven't read on my physical TBR shelf, but I have a feeling it's like over 150 books at this point, and that is insane. And I need to do something about it. And I'm literally like, even when I went, I was in a slump, and I'm still in the slump. I haven't finished a single book in December yet, and I still ended up buying 10 more books for some reason. But it's like my brain was like, it's okay because this pricing is such a good deal. And I don't know when I'm, I would have to wait another year for the sale to come back. And I don't even know if these books will be there in that sale. And like, it's better to just get it now when it's cheaper because I'm gonna get them at some point anyway. And so I bought a lot of books. I literally, it was so funny because I went with my sister and I was telling her like beforehand, like, oh, I'm not planning on buying too many books. I just want to see what it's like and like what kind of books they have and stuff. And she was like, oh, okay, but can you still bring your like trolley so that because I'm planning on buying a lot of books. And we get there and I'm the one who has like literally double the stack that she does. So glad I took the book trolley. I mean, they did have trolleys there, but just even like outside, it was easier to just have the trolley. And people were like asking me where I got it from and stuff. So that was really funny. But yeah, happy I took the trolley. And yeah, now let's get into it. Let's go to the big bad wolf book sale and see what books they have. Let's go. Got some coffee and then noticed that they already had trolleys there. Frederick Bachman, I read Anxious People, so I was interested in this. This was the price list for all the books and the sale. My expectations were low, but they actually had a lot of books that I enjoyed. I love Galatea, Carve the Mark, I haven't read, but love Veronica Roth. So many popular books. Um, haven't read these. Last Final Call, they had the version that had the two separate books, and I really wanted it, even though I already have the paperback. So, yeah. Another series that is on my list. I didn't end up getting this because they didn't have the first one, even though I did put it on my stack in the beginning. Lots of different pricing, lots of different sections.
Changing the world one book at a time. The world's greatest book sale. I mean, I was very shocked with their collection. I was not expecting them to have so many of the books that I wanted. So, pretty great, I would say. Headed to the romance section, of course, my first love. See so many books that just look great. And I didn't actually go through the romance section a lot because I like to buy books after reading them. But these were some that caught my eye. I have seen this one a lot. Love, Take a Hint, Danny Brown, highly recommend. This series in itself, pretty good. Went through the literature section. I kind of was just walking around through all the sections without caring about which section it was. But yeah, some more books that have been on my radar or I've seen a lot on Instagram and Bookstagram and stuff. Again, very tempted by classics, wanting to start reading classics, but then not doing it. So maybe 2025, maybe I'll do it then. We shall see. But yeah, maybe I'll read Sherlock Holmes because this year I tried Agatha Christie. Maybe it's time to start Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, crime and thriller, my other favorite genre, Dark Places. I haven't read Gone Girl or Dark Places. Wanting to read Harlan Coben's works because I've heard it's pretty good. Haven't watched You, haven't, I don't know, I just know that he's a stalker. That's pretty much all I know. Our stack for now, that includes my sister and my books. Um, another book, another author whose works I really want to read. I read like a bit of The Power but never ended up finishing it. Death on the Nile, was disappointed by that one. Found a book that I have been wanting to read for a while actually, so that was exciting. Yeah. More Harlan Coben's works. If you guys have any recommendations for which book I should start for them, let me know. Killing Eve, I had no idea that this was based on a book. I haven't seen the show, but something to think about. Very, very surprised to see Violent Delights. Some more authors whose books I really want to read. Loved Death of Vivek Oji. Loved this one as well. Haven't heard a lot about this on Instagram and stuff. Highly recommend for science fiction. We move on to the young adult section. So many books. I was pleasantly shocked. Alicia Rai, another author whose books I want to read. I was very surprised to see queer books there. Delirium, one of my favorites. Again, more books that I've been wanting to read. Anna Kay, Permanent Record. I loved Cherub series growing up. It was one of my favorites. I was so sad they didn't have the first book in the series. This was so creepy. It actually kind of honestly freaked me out. But yeah, very creepy. Cornelia Funk, Veronica Roth, some more. Oh my god, this brought back so many memories. I haven't read the book. I didn't even know it was a book, but I've loved the movie. Final Draft, this was recommended to me. This book I've seen so often. Punching the Air, highly recommend. So freaking good. This looked like a fun cover. More books that looked fun, that I was interested in. Again, wanted the first book in the series. Allegiant. I hated this book, The Falling in Love Montage. Again, I wanted the first book in this series. So many books. Shine by Jessica Jung from, what's it called? Girls' Generation. And then, yeah, just more books that I've been wanting to read, have been on my radar. And then we move to the general section. Again, book I've seen on Bookstagram. More books I've seen on Bookstagram. More books I've seen on Bookstagram. And it's a Ree's book club book. I didn't know Rebecca was turned into a movie. So very exciting because I have the book. And yeah, graphic novel section, breaking down. Yeah, other books that seemed fun that I've heard a lot about. Lily King. Yeah. This book also has been on my TBR for a while. Dune, I need to start Dune. I haven't seen the second movie yet, and I haven't read the book, and I really want to. They had so many editions of Dune, and this is the edition that I have for the first book. Ready Player One, somebody recommended to me. Echo Wife, also, I've seen so much on Instagram, Bookstagram, Book Talk, etc. Literally so many books of Dune, and I didn't get any because I haven't read the first one. And yeah, The Villa again. Rachel Hawkins. Want to read more of her works. Vespertine, Margaret Rogerson, Salt Slow, which I enjoyed. The Host. I remember loving this movie, so was interested about seeing if I wanted to read the book. Jasmine Ward, Firefly Lane. I watched half of the show and left it because I got so depressed watching it. Um, Transit by Rachel Kask. I've been wanting to read this, but I want the original cover. Same with Summer by Ali Smith. This series, I want the original cover. And yeah, back to classics, back to being tempted by classics and their beautiful covers. And yeah, more books that I've seen on Bookstagram. And yeah, I really want to read this as well, but they didn't have the first book. One of my favorite books, This Is How You Lose the Time War. Please go read it right now. Literally, go read it right now. Stop this video and go read it. Um, Notes from the Burning Age, Claire North, Tasha Suri. I also want to read her works. This was also on my radar because somebody recommended it on Bookstagram. Another series that I've been thinking about reading, Red Sparrow. I haven't seen the movie again, but did not know it was a book, so maybe I should read it. And then this was our final stack of books, and then we like went through them and like discarded some and chose some. I was deciding if I should get a physical copy of Vivek, but then I didn't get it. These are all the books that my sister decided on and ended up getting. I might read some of them. Odd Bird sounds interesting. Latitudes of Longing, my sister's already reading and said it's really good. So that seems interesting. She's also reading She, Myself, and I at the moment and said it's pretty fun. So yeah, interesting stuff. Maybe I'll read some of those as well. Anyways, that was all for this book sale. I was a happy, happy girl getting to buy new books. As you can see, my excitement. Okay, first, this is all not in order. It's just however it was in the trolley, I just picked it out that way. So we'll just go through it randomly. I think this was the last book that I added to my pile of books that I'm going to buy. And I was so lucky to find this because I think this was the last copy of this book that they had. And so, very glad to get it. And it's Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. I haven't heard a lot about this, but I have heard about a very good review. I have heard a very good review of this book by a friend whose judgment I trust with books. And so, very, very excited to read this. The back also seemed fun and like the reviews on Goodreads that I read, like some of them, they were like really good and like talking about how this is Emma Mills is like a very underrated author and like people should read more of her works. And I think it's like YA and like, yeah, just really, really good. And yeah, it seems interesting. Also, like the cover, it has like a, like stitching kind of vibe on it. And then also, like, one of the good things about the book sale was also that like all of them came like wrapped. And so when my trolley was in the trunk, like getting hit every time like the car stopped and stuff, like no damage was coming to the books. So that was good. But anyways, I ripped a bit of it and the material is also like cloth kind of, and so like it was nice. It sounds like a fun,
cute YA book. I don't remember. I did read the synopsis of it when I was there, but I don't remember it anymore. So I will put it here if you want it. But yeah, I'm excited to read this hopefully soon. I'm in the mood for like, I think the reason I'm in a slump kind of is because I'm not enjoying my current read as much, which is really sad because I was really looking forward to this book. But also maybe because it's fantasy and I'm not interested in fantasy maybe right now, and I need like some cute contemporary YA books. So yeah, Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. Okay. The next book is a book that was the first book actually that I added to my pile. This one you'll know, but Brit Marie Was Here by Frederick Backman. This book I have not heard much about. I've heard about Frederick Backman's books in general, but not like specific to those books. The most I've heard about is like Bear Town. And so I haven't read that either. The only book I've read by Frederick Backman is Anxious People, and that is one of my favorite books of all time. And so I proceeded to get this because I want to read more of his books. And I, yeah, I need to start somewhere. I do have also, I got my grandmother sends her regards or something like that, also at a secondhand bookstore a while back, which I haven't read. So these are the other two books that I own that is by this author, and I need to get to them and then mentally prepare myself, emotionally prepare myself for Bear Down to read it because I've heard everybody cried after reading it. And so, yeah. But I'm very excited. I love his writing style. I love his humor. I love his like quirky sense of style. And so, yeah. I didn't, again, I saw that it was Frederick Backman. I picked it up. I did not read the back. So I don't know much about the book, but I will find out at some point. So here's a synopsis if you're interested in reading the book. Okay, next is a non-fiction actually. This is Angie Thomas's Find Your Voice, a guided journal for writing your truth. I bought this to find because it said it has discover story ideas, create memorable characters, realize your setting, shape your story, write your zero draft, and more. And it's full of step-by-step tips, writing prompts, and exercises from the author herself. And so I got this as another thing to work on my writing, to work on my craft. And yeah, it says, write fearlessly, write what is true and real to you. So I am excited to read this. I mean, to go through it and work through it and stuff. I will probably be opening this very soon. I think I mentioned this in some of my other videos, maybe, but I'm part of a writing workshop at the moment. And so all my focus and time is going on that kind of. And so once after I'm done with that, I'll start this and work through this. So, yeah. Okay, next, this one I've had on my TBR for a while. I feel like this was one of those other books that somebody on Instagram recommended, and it was like someone I trust, whose judgment I trust, and so I picked it up. And I've been wanting to, like, it's been on my TBR for a long time, but I just haven't found the book or like just haven't come across it enough or like been in the mood for it enough to want to read it at that moment. And so I haven't, but now I will, even though I don't know what it's about. But the book's name kind of gives me a hint. But Final Draft by Riley Redgate. Yeah, I'm sensing. I mean, it looks kind of like it could be YA or maybe in college. Yeah, I'm not reading this properly. Something about graduation, but I can't tell if this is like college or if it is um, high school. So we shall see, but definitely like a new adult, young adult vibe, I think. Also because of the cover, kind of. So yeah, I'm excited to read it. Here's the synopsis. Yeah. should be fun. I feel like I remember people saying that it's like a fun ride. So I'm excited for that. And that's kind of what I've been in the mood for. So, maybe this will end up in my December wrap up, even though I haven't read a single book yet. Um, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, this one is a very, very popular book. It's a classic, which is surprising because I'm not much of a classic person, even though I have so many books on my shelves already that are classics that I've been wanting to read. I saw this, it was on sale, so I was like, I know I'm going to read it at some point, might as well get it right now. So, yeah, anyways. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I like this cover a lot. I don't know what it is about it, but I like the cover, and so I got it. I don't know much about it except I think it is dark academia maybe, but dark for sure. And yeah, should be good. I feel like. Yeah, don't know much about it at all, but it's a classic. Everyone talks about it as soon as like the BER months come through, like October, November, December. So maybe I will read it this month, even though I'm not kind of in the mood for dark stuff. If I do end up getting into that mood later in the month, I might read it. Yeah. Next is a book that I did not know was a book. I knew about this book because of its TV show. And so I had no idea that it was a book, but then I saw it there and I was like, wait, I have to get it. I haven't watched the show yet, and so I'm hoping I can read this and then watch the show then. But this book is Killing Eve, Codename Villanelle by Luke Jennings. Um, I haven't seen the show, so I don't know anything about it. But again, code names, I'm guessing like spy or like an assassin. I mean, killing, so maybe assassin. So yeah, I feel like it will be good. Maybe some queer undertones or not undertones. Maybe it is queer. And yeah. Oh, okay. She's the perfect assassin. Russian orphan, etc., etc. Here's the synopsis if anyone wants it, but I feel like this will be good for the thriller vibes that I was really in the mood for right before I hit my slump. So maybe I need to just get back to my thriller mood and like pick up that because those are like easy for me to always get in the mood for. So maybe that's how I break my slump. Anyways, Killing Eve by Luke Jennings, the first book. I didn't get the second book because I want to make sure I like the first book this time because I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about the author, so I shouldn't, I guess, really go in blind with this. So, did not get the second one, but it's okay. We shall see. Um, yeah. And then again, I was still thinking about thriller books and thinking about wanting to read more like proper thrillers that are like famous and like the ones many people have said is good, just to get more of an idea of what kind of thrillers I like. And so I ended up picking Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I have not read Gone Girl. I haven't seen the movie. I don't even know what the twist is. So don't tell me. I hope one day I will end up reading that as well. They didn't have it, so I didn't get it. But they had this and it was on sale, obviously. So yeah, and then this person has written, I would rather read her than just about any other crime writer. So yeah, and I have seen this cover and heard people talk about this book so much. So I don't know what it's about, and I don't want to know. I'm gonna go in blind, and so yeah, maybe I just need to do another like thriller binge soon. Yeah. So, anyways, Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. We'll let you guys know what I think of it. Hopefully soon. Yeah. Okay. These next two books are books that I have already read. I needed to add them to my collection because I love them and also because I read them online and also because I want to reread them and annotate them
and maybe just read the whole series again. So this is like a duology, and then there's another duology after this book, after this duology. And so I have that second duology in on my shelves, but I didn't have the first two, and so I needed to complete my collection basically. And if you have already guessed it, that's great. But if not, the books are These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. Um, love these books. I was still this one was not. This one is probably my least favorite because the writing felt very static and not like didn't flow as well. But this book onwards, game changer. I loved it. Now she's one of my favorite authors because the amount I felt, the way I felt reading this and like Foul Lady Fortune, Foul Heart Huntsman was like so much more than how less this was for me. Like it was still good, which is why I ended up trying the second book. And so, very, very glad that I kept on reading the series and finished it because I am obsessed with this series. I'm obsessed with the Shanghai world in this series. I'm obsessed with Roma Juliet. I'm obsessed with Rosalind and Orion. And yeah, I love the series, and I think I finished Foul Heart Huntsman literally when it came out, maybe like was it last year September maybe or the year before that, I don't remember, but I think it was last year September. And so it's been a while, it's been a year. This I read in 2021, like early 2021. So definitely want to reread these two and then maybe again reread Foul Lady Fortune and Foul Heart Huntsman once I'm done. So maybe that'll be sometime in 2025. We'll let you guys know. But yeah, I needed to add them to my collection because I talk about these books too often to not have them on my shelves. So yeah, Our Violent Ends and These Violent Delights. Next is again a book by an author. This is if you watched my previous videos about like mystery thriller books or like my reading blogs and stuff, then you might know this. But the first book that I ever read that was considered mystery or thriller was The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. And so I haven't read anything by that author since then, but I really want to because also I've heard a lot about this book and people have said that this is also really good. And so I ended up getting The Maidens by the author who wrote The Silent Patient. Yeah, I'm very excited. This was, I think, the second hardcover I got. The first was the Foolish Hearts one. But yeah, again, I have no idea what it's about. Seeing this is making me think it might have like dark academia vibes, maybe. I'm not sure. I have no idea, but we shall see. We will see. Yeah, see again, dark, compulsive read, page turner, etc. So, yeah, excited to read it. I don't know the synopsis. I also wasn't able to check since it is closed. But here's the synopsis. I will probably go in blind just because that's how I enjoy them. And so, yeah, The Maidens, very, very excited. I hope I'm not going to set it to the same standards of The Silent Patient, but I'm hoping it at least gets somewhere in the vicinity of that because that book changed so much for me and like made me actually read mystery thrillers and has since then made me love that genre so much that it's one of my favorite genres now. And yeah, has introduced a world of books to me that I didn't venture into before. So yeah, I hope it's good. Yeah, The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. The last book that I got, again, this is an author whose book I've read and really, really loved. I read it, I think, earlier this year or last year, I can't remember. But
that book was Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. And so I ended up getting Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. Again, I don't know what it's about. It looks dark. It looks, yeah, the dead of L'Oreal do not rest. Grey sister, nun, convent, secrets, saints, dark magic, etc. Here's the full synopsis if you guys want it, but I will be going in blind. I went in blind to Sorcery of Thorns. It was the best decision ever. I freaking love that book, and so highly recommend that. But yeah, we'll be checking out Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. There's also, I think, An Enchantment of Ravens by her that I've heard a bit about, but I heard mixed reviews for that, so I'm not sure. Like, I'll have to, for that, I won't go in blind. I'll like see the synopsis and then decide if I want to read it or like get it or not. So, but yeah, Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. Yeah, excited for it. Yeah. Okay. So, that was all the 11 books that I got at the Big Bad Wolf book sale that happened in November in Dubai. And can't wait to read all of these books. Like, hold on. Oh, okay. So, here are all the books that I got at the Big Bad Wolf book sale. And yeah, can't wait to read these hopefully very, very soon. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time, next Monday, 5 p.m. IST. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. And if you enjoyed this video, if you like seeing book haul videos or like vlogs of me going to different like book sales or book fairs and then showing you guys what I bought, here is another video where I recently went to the Sharjah International Book Fair and also proceeded to buy a bunch of books that I should have waited for, but it's fine. It's good because I'm already making my way through that pile. So, you know, it's good. So yeah, check this video out if you enjoy watching videos like this. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.